I don't know if you know, but there's a UFC pay-per-view card this upcoming Saturday in Melbourne, Australia. UFC 234 goes down. And the main event and co-main event look great. You got Gastelum, Whitaker, you got obviously Adesanya, Anderson Silva, but underneath that, we got a problem. There's not one fighter I could name where you guys would know who I'm talking about here. The third fight, the third fight down, I think, is Ronnie Yaya versus Ricky Simone.
Who's that?
We got Nadia Qasim versus, and she's a local fighter versus somebody.
What's that?
It's a bad card, top to bottom.
It's not a very respectful card, okay?
Yes.
And granted, am I going to be tuning in for the Adesanya Silva fight? Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a sick fight.
Yes.
Robert Whitaker against Kelvin Gastelum. Two more boring personalities, but am I going to tune in? Yeah. That's a great martial arts fight. Beyond that, there's literally nothing else on this card for me. Now, if I was Australian, okay, I might be excited to watch this card because the card is taking place in Australia.
It's a regional show.
It's a regional show, so I think, they have a lot of Australian fighters.
They do. They have quite a few.
What has that got to do with capturing my attention and entertaining me? Because if you guys are selling pay-per-views...
$60?
Sell a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Give me a card that I actually want to fork the money over for.
Yes.
Right now, to answer your question, I feel like I just got punched in the stomach.
Yes.
And no one gives a shit. That's how I feel.
And unfortunately, it gets me more upset for the main event and puts a bigger spotlight on those two fighters, which you just mentioned have a boring personality. Because if you can put them on a reasonable card, it doesn't have to be a UFC 235, which is an unbelievably stacked card. But if you can put them on a decent card, at least they don't need to carry that much weight. Because they can't carry the promotional weight outside of the octagon.
And I think this is because, I can't remember who put this news out there, but in Australia, this card is expected to do very well.
Okay.
I think they sold out the Rod Laver Arena in record time. So in Australia, it's going to be a big deal. But outside of Australia, and this is where my beef really does come in, no one else is that compelled to see this card. And it just shows me that they're focusing on the local at the expense of the pay-per-view audience worldwide. And I just don't like that format.
I think we can all agree to that, and you guys can probably agree to that too, that maybe you're not that hyped to drop the $60+ on this card. But let's talk about that main event. Because that's a compelling fight.
It's a good fight.
You got two of the best middleweights in the world. Nobody can argue that. Gastelum arguably deserves that shot. And Whitaker obviously is the rightful champion and has beaten everybody in his path. Who do you got in that one?
I'm going to go Robert Whitaker. I think we're kind of sleeping on how good that guy is. I just went back and watched the Romero fight. Very close fight. But what I liked from Whitaker the most in that last fight is his perseverance. He got rocked a couple times in that last fight, and he's like, no, I'm still the champion. I'm still going to find a way to win this fight. And he did it. So that boy is a bad guy. He never quits on himself. You got to love a fighter like that.
I think he gets it done. I think he finishes Gastelum too. It's in his backyard. And I don't really love title fights when one person gets it in their backyard either. I think you should have it at a neutral location like the Vegas, even New York, if it's not a New York fighter. So I don't love that. So I think the chips are stacked against Kelvin Gastelum. Plus, his gas tank has never been the best. If he was going to get Whitaker out, it would probably be the first 2 rounds with a strong jab or cross or something. And Whitaker's chin's just tested, and he's not going to get knocked out. In my opinion, I think he gets it done.
I think it's a really close fight, though. So regardless, I'm not too mad at either way. I could see it going either way, frankly. But it is a good matchup. I just, I'm still boiling on the inside from the fact that there's not going to be a whole lot more on this card.